Hey, bro. So, to continue our conversation about the world and America's place in it, first off, um, I knew what you were saying where we shouldn't have done it in the first place, but we're kind of already stuck with it now. We're left with whatever mess our predecessors left for us, so we're going to have to clean it up one way or the other. And eventually, that cycle of keep pushing it off and off and off and just staving off is going to collapse it. It's not going to keep working. It can't. And maybe it'll be during our generation, maybe it'll be during our great great grandchildren's generation. I don't know, honestly, but eventually it's going to fail. And if we don't have a backup plan, it's not going to be pretty. Same goes for power and how we're getting energy. If eventually we're going to run out of oil, if we don't have a backup plan feasibly ready and implemented fairly heavily already, when that happens, we're screwed. But that's my bleeding heart liberalism coming out there, where it's like, hey, we need to build a bigger, better, brighter future for everyone who's going to come after, because we're a pretty short-lived group of people. And yeah, it's cool to build and get things for your immediate family. Not to, now I'm not pointing any fingers at you and saying this about you, but I'm just saying that the common people in America look at what immediately affects them. Everything that immediately will affect them and their family and their very close nuclear unit. Outside of that, it's like, well, whatever that is isn't going to really affect me that much because it's in this state or in that state or whatever. And we've got to try to pull ourselves out of that kind of thinking, because that's part of the reason why we've got led to here already. Is, oh yeah, well, there's bases in these places and all that, but how small of a population of the United States is part of the military? Most of them don't even really know the dangers that are out there. Not really. I mean, they read them on the news and they see and they praise the people who go over there, but that's it. Of course, me and you are different because we both served, so there's that. But yeah, as far as South Korea and North Korea goes, I don't know what they'll do if they end up working out all their differences. I don't know if they'll unify fully, or maybe they'll just not be at war anymore and they'll have open trade or what. But I hope that they don't go communistic, because theirs is actually still true communism, unlike what China has now, where they basically call it communist and they're not, because they're pretty much capitalists with they're imperial capitalists, I think is what it's called. At the very least, is the gist of what they are. So, yeah, I mean, it kind of gets me to the point when I start thinking about this stuff where I'm just kind of screaming out into the black void, like, what can I possibly do? And the only thing I've come up with as an answer is to try and teach the history as I can to those younger than myself, so that they can have an educated future, you know? So, can prepare them to make those decisions, whatever their decisions might be, that they need to make. This piece of hair, man, it's not wanting to do it. Yeah, so on other news, me and Nick have watched season 1 and 2 of the show called The Magicians. It's fantastic. It's really good. We're starting season 3. We started that today. Again, really good. I took my last math test, except for the final, today. It felt really easy, but the Navy taught me that that might not be a good thing. So we'll see next week when I get that back. Yeah, not much else going on here. I got some extra credit and homework stuff to do this weekend. It's like my last big push before the end of the semester. So then I'll be good to go. And I've got a couple of games, I got a couple of plans outside of just video games to do, and things I want to get done. So my mom's yelling at the TV because I won't let her fast forward. First world problems. All right, I'm gonna let you go, and I will see you tomorrow.